All right. This is the meeting of the Hannah City Village Council for Tuesday, May 4th, 2021. Ask for everyone to stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and a moment of silence. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, God, indivisible, liberty and justice for all. All right, you may be seated. To begin the meeting, again, this is due to the COVID protocols and the governor's executive order. We are allowed to hold this meeting in person and by Zoom. So to begin the meeting, we will have everyone identify themselves so that we know who's in person and those who are on Zoom. I am the village president, Fred Winteroff. To my left,
Brian Baylor, village administrator.
Caleb Johnson, trustee.
Lori Braden, treasurer.
Rod Weaver, trustee.
Brenna Clapp, clerk.
And then for guests this evening in the room, well, let's do with who we have in Zoom, and then we'll go to our guests. In Zoom, we've got our village attorney, Mike
Biggett. I'm here.
And our village engineer, Brandon.
Good evening, everyone.
And village trustee, Todd
Gates.
All right. And is there anyone else on Zoom that I don't see? Seeing none, we will introduce the people who are guests. We have a list. I don't have my list, so I'll just have you identify yourselves as we go. Denise, why don't you start off?
Denise Sidek.
And
Deanna Hoopenberger. Pam Winteroff.
Zach Sidek.
Ryan Pearson.
Angela Fricksell.
Mackenzie.
And Anthony Fricksell.
all right, very good. That's everyone here. I don't think we missed anyone. Our first order of business is swearing in our newly elected village president. So at this time, Tony, ask you to come forward. Got your oath with you.
Of course, you want me to bring mine.
All right. Congratulations for being elected as the new village president of Hannah City.
Tough race.
Enter the swear you in here. Repeat after me. I do solemnly swear or affirm
I do solemnly swear or affirm
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois.
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of the office
I will faithfully discharge the duties of the office
of village president according to the best of my abilities.
of village president according to the best of my abilities.
All right, congratulations. Here's your gavel. You are now taking over. I am done.
And Tony showed you both those
You
copies
just leave the
too.
truck running in there.
Accept the motion. Support the nomination. Support my plan. Say that again. It was accept the nomination. To support. My recommendation.
Okay. At this time, I would accept the nomination to support my recommendation for Denise Sidek as the new city clerk, village clerk.
So moved.
Second.
Got a motion by Weaver, second by Johnson. Any other? So we'll roll call this. Johnson?
Yes.
Gates? You're muted.
We got you.
He mouthed it.
Yeah.
Thumbs up? Thumbs up.
Yeah.
You guys?
Yes.
Weaver? Yes. Okay.
And Tony, you gotta.
Should be the fourth.
Yeah, the fourth.
And Frixell, yes.
Now can I swear in?
Now you can swear
Are
at
you in a hurry?
I am.
Yeah, they're both like,
I do solemnly swear or affirm
I do solemnly swear or affirm
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
of the office of village clerk
of the office of village clerk
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability. Look how happy he is.
Yay.
Thank you.
Okay. So at this point, I would accept the nomination to support my recommendation of water trustee of Ryan Pearson.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Gates, second by Weaver. Roll call it.
Gates.
Gates,
Yes.
Weaver,
Yes.
yes,
Yes.
it carries. So,
Now, am I supposed to swear him in too?
I
Or
think
no,
I'm
Denise
supposed to
is.
swear
Yeah.
in.
You're not.
We're gonna get this. And then,
Do them all.
You can do them both at the same
yeah, we
time.
can do both
Okay.
the trustees at the same time.
So,
so then we have to go through the,
We can
Yeah.
do all three of them.
that's right, the other two.
And then I accept the nomination to support my recommendation of Deanna Hoopengardner for treasurer,
Finance trustee.
finance trustee, sorry.
Motion.
Motion by Johnson,
Can I second?
Second by Weaver.
second by Weaver. Roll call it. Weaver, yes. Sal, yes.
Yes.
Gates?
Yes.
Do they live together? Maybe he's at the office.
I don't know.
Wow, who's that guy?
Yeah. And I'll accept the nomination to support my recommendation of ground trustee Zachary Sidek. Have a motion?
No move.
Motion by
Second.
Weaver, second by Johnson. Yes.
Yes.
Gates?
Yes.
Weaver?
Question, do we have to swear in the attorney and?
No.
No.
Okay, so do you want
You
to
just
swear
have-
the three in now?
Yes.
Okay.
And he's
Sorry.
just both of them.
Why don't you guys come here in the middle and you can get sworn in. Denise, you can come on over.
okay.
Kind of stand in front of Tony there and the three can stand in front of you. Get a picture.
Kind of cool swearing in your son. Too bad I have no words here. Okay, please raise your right hand. I do solemnly swear or affirm I
do solemnly swear or affirm
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
of the office of trustee
of the office of trustee
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
Okay. Yeah. Good job.
So Zach, you'll be over here next to Caleb and Lori. Ryan, you're in the
Ryan, you'll be in the corner.
Deanna knows where she sits, right here next to me.
Should I get these separate motions for those, Fred, for the attorney and? Okay. Now I accept nomination to support. Is it my decision or the village's decision?
No, it's your recommendation to appoint. So you'll need a motion to approve your recommendation to appoint William Connor.
So I need a motion to
And
approve
now any of you can do the motion.
my recommendation to appoint William C. Connor, village attorney.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Weaver, second by Johnson. Now I gotta roll call everybody.
Who did, I'm sorry, who did the motion?
Weaver.
Weaver, second Johnson.
Start off with Deanna Hooverger. Johnson?
Yes.
Sidak?
Yes.
Gates?
yes,
Forget last name.
Pearson.
Pearson.
Yes.
Weaver?
Yes.
Motion carries. I don't have to vote. I like this.
Thank you very much.
It was
Thank you.
close. Thank you, Bill. He's making a cameo tonight.
Right, right.
So now I take on my recommendation, a nomination to appoint Farnsworth Group, Brandon Lott, as engineer. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Hooper Gardner, second by
Sidak.
Sidak. I have to get those nameplates. Roll call it. Johnson?
Yes.
Sidak?
Yes.
Gates?
yes,
Pearson?
Yes.
Weaver?
Yes.
Motion carried.
And that is the
Farnsworth.
block. Okay.
Brandon Lott.
Brandon Lott.
Block.
Yes.
Block. Well, I'm looking going, what is that? Okay.
Okay.
One more.
The nomination to support my recommendation to appoint Brian Baylor and Denise Sidak as FOIA officers. I have a motion.
Motion.
Motion by Johnson, second by Weaver. Roll call at Sidak.
Yes.
Gates,
yes,
Pearson,
Yes.
Weaver, Hooper Gardner,
Yes.
Johnson.
I started.
Okay, I'm just making sure you're on your game there. Motion carries. And we already did the swearing in. So special recognition. I have to do a few things. I gotta take my mask off when I do this. Craig, could you come up here, please? So, Fred said he didn't want anything, but after as many years as he's been on the board, as much time as he has given not only to our community but to the state for his service, he definitely needs to be recognized. So we did a proclamation. We the citizens, families, businesses, people, and friends of Hannah City, Illinois do hereby declare the following. That Mayor Fred Winteroth has faithfully and without prejudice executed the office of Village President of Hannah City, Illinois with due diligence and care. Whereas he has earned his bachelor's degree from Western Illinois University, he served 7 years with the Farmington Police Department, whereas he served 26 and a half years with the Illinois State Police, whereas he's an interim police chief for Farmington, Illinois from 2011 to 2012. He served as a leader and member of the Hannah City Presbyterian Church, whereas he served as treasurer of the Heart of Illinois Mayors Association from 2005 to 2020, whereas he served as Village of Hannah City trustee for over 7 years, whereas he served as mayor of Village of Hannah City from 2005 to 2021. And it is declared that we, the Village Board, wish to express sincere appreciation for your many years to our community. Be it hereby known that we acknowledge and wish to thank you with all of our hearts for all you have done for our community. Decreed, declared, and bestowed upon the Honorable Fred Winteroth. On this fourth day of May 2021, the Village of Hannah City, now therefore, we the Village of Hannah City do hereby proclaim October 23rd of every year, henceforth, to be Fred Winteroth Day in the Village of Hannah City, dated the 4th day of May 2021. Anthony Frixell, Mayor of Hannah City. And we couldn't let you go without having a plaque to hang up either, Fred. So
I've put on a lot of these.
yes, yeah. Thank you, Mayor. I appreciate it. Any last words?
You know, it's mixed emotions that I'm leaving, but I think it is time for me to go. I just appreciate everyone that I've worked with here over the last almost 24 years. And, you know, it's, I will still be involved. I'll still be around. So if you need help, give me a holler. We will. But thank you all very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks, Fred.
And last but not least, Miss Myrna Clapp.
I know.
Come here, please. Oh, no. Come on. We the citizens, families, businesses, people, and friends of Hannah City, Illinois, do hereby declare the following. That Myrna Clatt has faithfully and without prejudice executed the office of Village Clerk of Hannah City, Illinois with due diligence and care. Whereas she retired from Caterpillar Public Affairs Department, whereas she is known as a caregiver in our community, whereas she faithfully serves in many roles at the United Methodist Church of Hannah City, whereas she volunteers her time at the Hannah City Park District, whereas she volunteers her time to care for many elderly friends and neighbors, whereas she is married to Terrence and they have 6 children, 9 grandchildren, and 7 great-grandchildren, whereas she is effectively known as the clerk, whereas she served for the Village of Hannah City for 25 years. And it is declared that we, the Village Board, wish to express our sincere appreciation for your many years to our community. Be it hereby known that we acknowledge and wish to thank you with all of our hearts for all you have done for our community. Decreed, declared, and bestowed upon the Honorable Myrna Clapp on this 4th day of May 2021 by the Village of Hannah City. Now, therefore, we, the Village of Hannah City, Illinois, do hereby proclaim March 25th of every year henceforth to be Myrna Clatt Day in the Village of Hannah City, dated 4th day of May 2021. Anthony E. Frixell, Mayor, Village of Hannah City.
Thank you.
Thank you. And we're not letting you leave without a plaque either.
I had one before that stayed in your drawer.
Well, you know what? This one, I'm going to make sure it gets into your house one way or the other. I know where you live. Thank you, Marta.
Well, Terry will hang it next to his for the trustee.
There we go.
Thank you.
Does anybody have any comments for Fred or Murray before they try to leave the building?
I do. I want to thank Pam and Terry
Yeah.
for sharing you guys with us.
Thank you.
Pam especially because he's had so many other meetings and everything else. So.
Thank you all very much.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, Pam.
Holler if you need
I'm
any
next
help.
week, but
I know. I'm like, go have fun.
Now the real fun begins. Everybody should have gotten a copy of the minutes in their packet or by email. Anybody need time to look over those? I'll entertain a motion to approve the meeting minutes from April 20th, 2021 meeting.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Johnson, second by Sidak. That's wrong.
That's my name too.
I know.
You'll learn it fast.
I know I will.
They're related.
Roll call. Sidak,
Yes.
Gates,
Yes.
Pearson,
Yes.
Weaver,
Yes.
Cooper Gardner,
Yes.
Johnson.
Yes.
Motion carries. In your packet email, you should have gotten a copy of the treasurer's report, payroll report, and then Lori, you said you put something else in here?
Because the TIF and the BDD get paid out of their own checking accounts. Those are not in the warrant list. So for the time being, this is how you'll get notification of those invoices. And those are apparently going to be a quarterly.
That's when we'll pay quarterly.
And that's those? Okay.
4 of them.
So it's the notice of our payment. Okay. That's what I'm gonna make sure. So do we have a motion to approve the treasury report? Pay all outstanding bills?
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Hoopen Gardner, second by Johnson. Any discussion? Roll call. Gates,
Yes.
Pearson,
Yes.
Weaver,
Yes.
Hoopen Gardner.
Yes.
Sidak.
Yes.
Motion carries. And we're down to the engineer's report. Brandon, what do you got for us, sir?
The biggest thing I have was the MFT program. We're still working on preparing total cost for both the MFT and the surplus general funds that would be used to create more of a comprehensive road program. So Brian, I don't know if you have anything else to add, but I think the intent is to bring that to the board at the next meeting. Once we get a little bit more information and decide how we're going to not only put together this year's MFT program, but how that fits into a 5-year plan.
Yeah, so the sidewalk.
Is that cool?
Yeah, I'm sorry, Brandon.
Go
The
ahead.
sidewalk quotes are in. I'm meeting with the team tomorrow to finalize it, and we'll schedule a time to meet with Rod and go over it with him. Once Rod approves it, we'll send it to you to look at the MFT, and then hopefully have that by the next meeting. That's the plan.
Perfect. And then the only other thing that I had, Mayor, was, Brian, I didn't know if you had any reports on the grant applications that were submitted or application.
I've not heard anything. I've heard nothing.
I did see a list of projects. I don't know the details of it, but it was essentially the projects from Congresswoman Bustos and Congressman LaHood. I did not see Hannah City on that list. I don't know if it was a complete list or not. They were all large communities. The smallest community I saw on there was Peoria Heights. So,
Okay.
For what that's worth, I don't know if that was official. That's why I kind of asked if you got a letter or anything. But I did see kind of a first cut, and it was big numbers for big cities, as might be expected.
Thank you for the update.
I don't have anything else.
Thank you, Brandon. Brian, administrative report?
Oh, yeah. Attorney first.
Oh, I can't read. Sorry, Mike, I'm skipping over things already. Go ahead,
Okay,
Mike.
Mayor Picktel. I don't have much to report on tonight. We have almost everything lined up to wrap up the 805 North Murphy annexation. We've already brought them in, and now we're just looking to wrap everything up, get everything recorded with the county so it can become a taxable property for the village. So I've sent most of those to Brian. We just got a couple more things left to do on that one, and then we've also got our staff looking into the west property since there's some issues with the legal description on that one. So we're gonna have to pause on the west property, but the planning commission and board meetings later this month, we can go ahead with Miller. We've already got our notice published.
Good news, thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay, now administrator.
Okay, so
Brian?
in your packet, you've got this one-page highlight report. I won't necessarily go through all of it, but under the human resources umbrella, I did have one-on-one meetings with all the staff here at the end of this year, and we're rolling into the next budget year. We did hand out the employee handbooks, and we've got all those signed and on file. We discussed the self-evaluations they did earlier in the year. We signed those and filed them. And then we began developing our 21-22, that should say 21-22 goal documents. So for the year May 1, running through the end of April of next year. Had good discussions around all of that. Where I'm working on developing process maps or process steps for annexation. I currently have those with Michael, and those guys are reviewing them. I made some other changes, so I'll send you the updated versions tomorrow, Michael. And then also Lori and I are working on the permit process steps. I think especially on the annexations, it'll be important, Denise, that it'll help outline what you do in that process, what I do in that process, what the mayor does in that process, and so forth. So pulling those together so that we can make this transition as smooth as possible. You probably heard that our auditor, due to a staffing issue, is not going to be able to be our auditor moving forward on the financial side. So we're going to have to look for new auditors. I gathered recommendations from a variety of places. I reached out to 3, Gordman, Stockman and Waugh, Goretz, and Phillips and Salmi. I've given you in your packet, and you'll see it in the finance report, copies of the two of the audits that I received back, or 2 of the quotes that I received back for doing our audit. And then my recommendation would be Phillips and Salmi, but you all can look at that and discuss and decide what you want to do. Just an update, Casey Peterson, who works for Greater Peoria Economic Development Council. There's a part of the American Revitalization Act. We don't have any information on how to get that 147, but there is a program called Restaurant Revitalization, and he's going to be doing a kind of a walk around and meet with individual restaurants. He asked me for a list of the ones from Hannah City. I provided them. So he'll be coming to town, and we'll be accompanying him to talk with the restaurants about how they might be able to access some of those funds. So that's good for the village. Just some other quick things. We talked about the road MFT. We've been doing some permits, annexations, working on the appropriations ordinance with Michael and the legal guys to get that brought to the board. And then finally, we need to work on board transition. So we're going to be, after this meeting, we'll be talking about emails. If you haven't talked to the person who has your current village email, we need to get you guys connected so that you can get your password so that you can take over your email for the village. Okay. And then we'll be moving everybody to Office 365 probably in the next 30 days or so. We're going to have pictures taken of all the new board members. So if you're on the board, we're going to line it up to where we've got a local photographer here in town. We're just going to have them pick a day or something, have them come in, take headshots, and we'll have them for the website. So those look a little bit more professional. Lori, you've handed out the paperwork, right? So everybody's got their paperwork that's due back to Lori. And then the other thing the staff has asked for is to have a meeting with the staff person that works in your area to meet with. And so I'll be scheduling some times maybe where we can get together as a team and you can meet the staff who work in your area and we can have some discussions about your role, their role, and how you interact. So we'll be planning those things out as well. That's all I got.
Thank you,
Updated committee list then?
Say what?
An updated committee list, because they're gonna take over as chair, but then they're also gonna be bouncing another.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
have to do that.
Yeah, I'm already working on that. I'll have it. I'll email it out to everybody.
All right.
Good catch, though. Yeah.
Basically, it's going to be the same. He's going to take every spot Bill was.
Oh, okay.
Deanna's going to keep everything she had, and Ryan's going to take everything I had. So.
Gotcha. Okay.
Committee reports. Finance.
Okay. We did renew our certificates at the Bank of Farmington. We had 4 certificates that came due. Do you want those exact amounts for the minutes? Sure. Okay, we have the general fund. The amount was $25,401.56.
Said 401?
Mm-hmm. 25,401.56.
Okay.
That renewed for 1 year at 0.30. We have the Rails to Trails savings. The balance is $1,053.07. That's also for 1 year at 0.30. We have the water tower savings, $111,706.22. 1 year, 0.30. And the lagoon savings, $93,620.43. Also 1 year at 0.30. The reason why I selected just the 1 year on there is we had originally let these roll over for just 3 months, hoping that the rates would increase. They have not. If we would have let it go for another 3 months, it would still been 0.10. So I selected to do it just for 1 year, which isn't a very long time. So that's all I got on those. And the only other thing we have is, has everyone had a chance to look over the proposals that we've gotten for new auditor? I think the 2 that's in the packet is from Aaron Phillips and Andrew Ryan.
Yeah. So the first one is Phillips Salmi. And the second one is Gordman, Stockman, and Law.
Yeah.
You can see a fairly significant price difference in
The Phillips one, the audit for the next 3 years would be $16,450, $16,850, and $17,250 versus the other one that they want anywhere from 22 to 26. They're not gonna give an exact, which I know they can't give an exact number anyway on this anyway. But I do like the fact that the Phillips one does take routine phone calls and questions throughout the year. And that they've added that in with their fee versus in the past, we've always had an additional fee for that, which was quite a large amount.
Yeah, especially when it comes to audit time, because Lori may have questions where we got to move stuff or we got to do a due from. And anytime we call and ask a question, they always bill us on it. So.
And they do come with recommendation from the city of Farmington that they have used them in the past and have been happy with their work. So,
both firms do work for municipalities, so they're both experienced in that. In the interviews, I felt more comfortable with Aaron Phillips than I did the other firm, and at that time I didn't know that they did Farmington, and once I heard that, I felt even more comfortable.
So I'd like to make a motion that we accept the proposal for the Phillips. What's the other name on it? Salmi? Phillips Salmi term. As our auditors.
So we have a motion to recommend the auditor, Phillips Salmi. Motion by Hoopengartner, second by Weaver. Okay, so roll call that. Gates,
Yes.
Pearson,
Yes.
Weaver,
Yes.
Hoopengartner,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
Sidon.
Yes.
Motion carries. Do you contact them, Brian, or do you want
I
me
will.
to contact them?
I'll take care of that if you don't mind.
No.
And that's all I have to report.
Okay. Down to sewer. Gates,
Nothing to report unless something broke in the last 24 hours.
I didn't hear anything, so I think we're okay.
Okay, good.
So down to streets and alleys.
I don't have anything.
No MFT.
Nope.
No. Okay. Police and planning.
I don't have anything to report.
Man.
I think they're coming via email, but I don't know whose email they're going to.
So I need to check on that.
Fred forwarded me some at one time, a couple, but he hasn't done it lately. So I don't know if they come to the mayor's email.
Tracy was supposed to be sending them to you.
Is Tracy getting them?
I talked to her about scanning them and sending
Oh,
them.
I don't think I've got them. I checked this morning, I didn't see them, so
I'll follow up with her.
yeah.
Okay.
At least until we were back in, but if you're gonna start coming live, at least you can just put them in your box.
Yeah, I'll be here. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll be here every night.
I'll follow up on that.
Nothing further to report.
Nothing further to report. So since it's Brian's first meeting, I'll go ahead and do the water. There is one check in the amount of $100 that was written out of the water escrow fund, and then I'll show you how to do this afterwards, right?
Sure.
And that's it. And there's just normal adjustments. So, and then buildings and grounds. Sayak, you don't have anything, do you?
Yeah, they're still there.
Okay. Okay. Wow, this is actually a fast meeting. Yes. Other business. Approvals to change to the ADA policies and procedures. Attachment. Everybody should have a copy of that.
So this actually does fall under buildings and grounds, but we had Michael and the attorneys came to us and said we needed to update all of these 4 documents. If you remember, we voted as a board to appoint Roger Orr as the coordinator for ADA and Tracy Sollenberger as the assistant coordinator who can handle the documentation and stuff. The 3 of us met and we went through these documents and updated them with all the information that needed to be updated, brought them current, and we are working on finalizing just one last thing that we need to do to be in full compliance. So if I understand correctly, Michael, we just need to vote on these and approve these 4 documents. I don't know if we can approve them all at once or if we need to approve them individually.
It would be fine to vote on them all at once, but I think one of the 4 you're referring to is the notice of ADA. I don't think that needs to be voted on.
So we just need to publish that. Okay, so then the 3 documents. So one of them is the first one is the grievance procedure for folks in the village. The second one is a grievance procedure for employees. And then the third one is kind of the handbook that outlines kind of our plan for ADAs. So those are the three documents that you've got in front of you.
That last one's the EVAC plan, right, Brian?
That's right. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Okay. That's an important one.
Put on the web.
Yeah, I think if we approve them, we'll probably look to find a place to publish them out there. And then we also need to put this notice out for the 4th document. Yep. And then so Michael, just for clarity, if we vote and approve these now, then we don't have to do anything more until next year and vote on them again, and or any changes that need to be made if we made.
So in about a year, we can do another annual review.
Yep.
If anything needs to be changed, any of our facilities needed some updating for ADA compliance.
Right.
We'll figure that out at that review and then update and vote on them.
Thank you.
And Michael, these can be a living document, so we can change and then approve them at any time, correct?
I think any ADA policies that you modify in the future, even if it's not after like an annual review, I think you still need to vote on them. But you don't need to wait a year. You could just vote on them a month from now.
Right, that's what I was making sure. So like we had to change it after we approved them, then we can bring it back and then reapprove it. We don't have to wait the year to do it.
Correct. Yes. Good question.
So do I have a motion to approve the changes to the ADA compliance and procedures?
So moved.
Motion by Sidak. Second by Weaver. And we'll roll call it. Pearson?
Yes.
Weaver?
Yes.
Gardner?
Yes.
Johnson?
Yes.
Sidak?
Yes.
Gates?
Yes.
Motion approved. Okay. And then Chris Maskey from the fire department, Logan Trevoli Fire Department, had come in and asked us to close down the Main Street closed down on 6/10/21 to the south of the post office there. Said they would be testing their fire hoses and everything. For that, they will have access. Customers will have access to Buzzkirk's and to the post office that day. So I entertain a motion to approve closing down Main Street on June 10th, 2021, all day. He said probably like 8 or 9 hours so they can test all their equipment.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Hoopengardner, second by Johnson. Any further discussion? We'll roll call it. Weaver?
Yes.
Hoopengardner?
Yes.
Johnson?
Yes.
Sidak?
Yes.
Gates?
Yes.
And Pearson?
Yes.
Motion approved.
Tony, do you want to call them?
Yeah, I'll call Chris.
Okay.
I'll call Chris. I think I got his phone number still. So, our next board meeting is May 18th, 2021. I just look forward to hoping we continue everything that we've been able to do in the village and I don't get arrested for anything, so. This is a joke. So, any further discussion, any other comments?
I would like to make a comment and just make a note to the board that on May 18th, I will be on active duty orders for that meeting. But I will be at the one after that.
Okay. And Dion, you're gone into June to the end of July?
I can't tell you what the exact dates are.
I know.
I have them wrote down at home.
We didn't have any correspondence other than we got the letter from the auditor saying that they weren't going to be able to do it. We finally got the official letter from them. Anything else? A motion to adjourn?
Second.
Motion approved. Adjourn.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Great night, everybody.
Thank you.